Hi, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin here with another video tutorial for you guys today. And today I am kicking off Vlogtober. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot believe it's October. I mean, this year has gone by so fast with everything going on. And I know I haven't recorded a video in a long time. I'm kind of nervous a little bit. But I am going to try to post a video every day in October, and that's on top of my lives. I have lots of projects already ready to go. I'm going to be doing a day of filming, so we're going to knock some out so I can get them out posted for you guys. But today, we're going to kick it off. I thought, October 1st, fall, it's kind of fall time. It's also my birthday month. I always celebrate the whole month. And I thought I would do Love of Leaves, like a fall type of project today. So we are going to do a project, and we're going to follow it up with a card at the end. If I have a video where it's like a box or project or something like that, I will have a bonus card at the end. And that way, if you guys didn't like the project, hopefully you'll like the card. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is our project. This is going to be the project that we're going to create. So we're going to make a pumpkin out of these two pieces, and these are from the Dollar Tree. These are some like little blocks they have there, and kind of like Jenga. And then these are these little mini pallets. And a friend of mine actually sent me a picture they had seen online, so I don't know who the person was originally that created this, but they used paint and other things. They did not use Stampin' Up! Supplies. I'm going to use all Stampin' Up! Supplies on this to create this pumpkin, and even how to color it. So, I know, right? We're going to color wood. Inks really work good on it. Our inks really work on wood good. If I could talk, it'd be good, right? All right, so we're going to get out pumpkin pie. Now, I am going to be using one of our sponge brayers, but I'm also going to be using one of these little makeup brushes that have become very popular, and I did find this at Dollar Tree as well. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to color the insides first, these little grooves right here, because it's easier. I'm not going to worry so much about the back. Like theirs, they were able to spray paint or however they did that on the back, but it really doesn't matter. I like that you can see a little bit of the wood, so that it's like, oh, it was wood at one time. It's a palette, All right, so I'm just going to color these up like this. Now I'm going to take our sponge brayer, and I'm just going to pick up some ink. And remember, when you roll, don't roll back and forth Don't roll back and forth like this with your brayer. You want to roll, pick up, okay? All right, so now I'm going to add some ink. Look at that. It does take a little bit. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do all of the sides. So all of these, you don't have to do the bottom because we're not going to see that, but you can if you want. So you're going to do all these sides and all these sides, okay? And then now I am going to go back to this, and I'm going to add just a little shading. Make sure I'm getting that all over my hand because it is wet. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go like with a pumpkin. You're not going to see it really well. I'm just kind of like adding a little shading with this. And you could go as heavy as you want. Make it your own. Now these, like I said, are sold at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit of color kind of to the end like this. So you're just adding as much color as you want, and it will soak up in the wood. And I'm just going to get this and do a little bit on the inside right here, and that'll kind of add some color on each of the palettes like this. Okay. I forgot those middle pieces. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of these, and we're actually going to cut it down. And I cut it down, I think I cut it down from, this is 2 inches down to about 1.25 inches. And this is going to be our stem on the top of our pumpkin. And how I'm going to take, I thought I showed you the project at the beginning. That's why I was getting ready to say something. I'm going to use soft suede. but I want it to be a surprise. Well, I guess you'll see it on the cover photo, won't you? All right, so I'm going to take, and I'm going to use one of our sponges. I'm going to put some ink, and I'm just going to color it like this using this brush. It almost like it makes it, this color almost makes it look like it's stained. And that's why I went with soft suede instead of something a little darker like the early espresso. That that's in the paper that we're using, the DSP. Oh, by the way, if you guys are watching this in October, we are having our Designer Series paper sale. There's certain DSPs that are on sale for 15% off. So if you'd like to check it out, you can click on the link below this to my store and go check those out. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere this to our little palette. And I know this is not, you could put it like this, which is the width of your palette, like that, but I'm actually I want it like this. I like this look. And so I'm going to adhere this. Now you can use any kind of glue, wood glue. Well, I don't know if wood glue would hold this because after the color, but you could use hot glue and all that. But for me, for the timing of the video, so I don't have to heat up my glue gun, I'm just going to use our Stampin' Steel Plus. And actually, this really does hold it. Oh, you know why? Because I put the color on there. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a second, and we're going to put it to the side. You could lay it over like, whoops. You can lay it like this. So we're going to see if that will stick. I don't know if that multi-purpose is going to help it with especially with the dye ink. I didn't do that yesterday. I don't know why I was coloring that side. All right, so man, look at all that color on the paper. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out our stamp set, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We're going to stamp this leaf, and then we're going to stamp this sentiment. I've got the big leaf, and then I've got some old olive, and we're going to stamp up in this. Stamp that up. Then I'm just going to put it on a piece of Very Vanilla. Oh, what's that? Okay. And then I've also got a piece of our Gilded Autumn Designer Series paper, and I've got some of the brushed metallic cardstock, and this is I would call this the color in between the light and the real dark. And we're going to get out our lovely dies. Okay. And we're going to, on this one, we're going to use this die. I did make this long enough, didn't I? I hope. Oh yeah, because I'm not too worried about the end cutting off. And I will give you all the measurements for these 3 pieces, so you're not using more than what you need, especially with that brushed metallic and the DSP. So we're going to lay that like that. Okay, we're just going to cut that one out. Then with this one, we're going to put the frame, and then we're going to put the nice little stitching that goes in the middle, okay, to make it kind of look, well, it does look like a leaf, doesn't it? Make it look like a real leaf. And you're just going to put it on there like that. And then on this one, we're going to use this one. Again, I'm not worried about the length of the stem because we don't need that much. So I'm okay with cutting some of it off. And then we're going to put their little stitched frame like this. Now, I'm going to run this through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, but to keep those like they are, I'm going to use the new magnetic sheet. And I guess I should have got this out to begin with to show you guys, especially on these 2 pieces. So let me lay this down. Sorry, guys. It's been a minute since I recorded a video. I don't want to make it long either. I want y'all to come back tomorrow. Okay. So this is great to lay these on so that you're getting accurate. That way, if you want to make sure that your stitch lines are kind of in the middle. But if you don't have this yet, or a magnetic sheet, that is okay. You can tape it down, but I will say this is an awesome magnetic sheet. I mean, look how thin that is, and look how it holds. Look at that. I can even turn it upside down. Okay, I'm going to go run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'll be right back. Now on our DSP leaf, you can't really see it a whole lot. I'll show you on this side. It's got those little stitch lines on there, but you can see it a little bit on this side. And then of course you can see it on this gorgeous brushed metallic. And we didn't put it on this one because I didn't want it on there. But I do want to show you the framelit is stitched. So if you want to use this on a card and put something behind it, you do get this effect right here. Okay, just wanted to show you that to you. All right. Oh, look, it might have held. It might have held. If I could talk, that'd be great. Okay, now we're going to take some of our linen thread, and I'm just going to take, I don't know, let me see. I'm going to measure this for y'all. 16, I guess I'll go about 20 inches. All right, and I am going to lay this back down, and I am going to try to put, I'm going to use a glue dot. Let's make it easy, Denise. I mean, I used it the other day, but I'm just going to put that on there. You know how you get something ready and then, okay, I'm going to attach the end like that. Oh, please tell me you're staying. And I'm just going to wrap it. Sorry, guys, I know I was out of frame. That's going to stay. It's going to take a minute to dry. And I'm just going to wrap it around, kind of at the end. I'm not going to go all the way at the top because I like the stained look of the Jenga piece, or that wood piece. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Maybe I should get out some liquid glue. I mean, some, what do you call it? Hot glue. I may have to, guys. Hold on a second. Ooh. Okay, guys. Well, when I went to go take that off, I thought, well, let me try the Stampin' Seal again. And because I had put some adhesive on there, it kind of dried over the ink. And so I was able to put some of that Stampin' Seal. So that worked out beautifully. Okay. And then on the back here, I'm going to put another glue dot. Just get another one. That way it'll stop. So we can adhere this back piece. Okay. Like that. And I'll just go over it so we can kind of hide that a little bit. And believe it or not, I do put these projects in my house. I make them because I like them. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out our leaves. So I want this one in the bottom. So I'm going to go like right. That's why I didn't mind about this being short right there. Okay. And then this one's going to go on top. And we will trim this out in a little bit. I just want to make sure I don't trim it too much. And then I kind of want them grouped together a little bit. And then this one right here. Okay. Like that. There we go. So you can still see some of the copper. Like that. Okay, I like that. I always want to lay it down first before I put it on there. Before I actually adhere it. It's better to do that, right? What do they say? Measure twice, cut once. All right, so I'm going to put some adhesive here and kind of in the middle. And I am going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay. And then do the same thing with this one, how I had it. So I'm going to do it about right here in the middle, or down towards this, and this up here. And this does hold, by the way. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to here, and here. Some of that is coming off. Okay. Like that. Then I'm going to come back with my paper snips, and I'm going to go ahead and trim those two pieces because we don't want those sticking out. Now the next thing I did was I took a couple pieces of our linen thread and I just tied it into a knot like this. Okay. And then I cut it And I did this just about 3 times. And then I took another glue dot. Where's the glue dots? So we're going to put a bow on here in just a second. And I put it right there where the little stems meet. And I came and I went like this. You'll see some of it, and you won't see all of them, like all 6 ends. But I kind of wanted this like some tendrils in a way. Okay, now before I trim those, we're going to get out, this is from the Ornate Ribbon Combo, and this is an Old Olive, which matches our ink that we used. And I'm just going to create a little bow. I'm not going to subject y'all to my bow making. My sad little bows, guys. I think I need another glue dot. Go back on there. That was a struggle. You guys didn't need to see that. Okay, so I'll put this back on here. All right. And then I'm going to attach it right here on top of those other ones. And then I'm just going to come back maybe and just trim, make them different sizes, like on there. I want that one to go out a little bit. I'll make this one a little short. Okay. If you don't like that part, you don't have to add them. I just thought it kind of gave it something. Maybe a little bit shorter. I don't want them like right in our face, you know? Okay. And there is our little pumpkin. And I will show you the other one that I created. Oh, and so these will stand up. As you can see, it will stand up, okay? But if you wanted to give it a little bit more support, you could take the piece that you cut off from here and add it to the back here. And I just adhered it again with that Stampin' Seal. Here, actually, we can do this. I'll show you that it works. So if I can get it to roll on there, because I'm rolling on wood. There we go. I put 2 strips, and then I just kind of folded it over. And then I just attached it like this. Look at that. See? It works. Now, you can take this and add some color to it. Whoops, I moved it. Like that, if you want, so you can't see it. But I like the shorter one, so I would trim that down. But if you can't, you can put something else behind it, maybe another one. They also have these longer ones, and you can actually do it this way. So you've got 2 pumpkins like this, or you can make one like this and maybe stack it behind here like this. I'm not sure. Wouldn't that be cute? All right, I hope you guys like this. Now to make the card. For our card, you're going to need a piece of crumb cake that is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you're going to need a piece of Very Vanilla that is cut at 4 by 3 3/4. Piece of Cajun Craze. This is cut at 2.5 by 5 3/8. A piece of DSP that is cut at 2 1/4 by 5 3/8. And then a piece of that brushed metallic. And this is cut at 1 by 2. And I will show you on here. It is the lighter of the 3. Okay. Now, you're also going to need, I'll put those to the side for just a second. We're going to use some of our foam adhesive sheets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece off, and we're going to run it through with this right here, this lovely framelit. And it's stitched insert, if I can find it. Okay, guys, so I just had a mini meltdown because I couldn't find my insert, and I had to clean. Oh my goodness, I finally found it. Okay, so we're going to use this, and then we're also going to use another piece of DSP, and this is cut at 3 by 3, and it's just the other side of this gorgeous Gilded Autumn with the little like flecks of ink. And we're also going to use these nice little stitch lines. I really like this to give it my cardstock a different look. So on the 4-inch side, because this is 4 3 3/4, I'm just going to run it right at the top like this to give it some lines that go down. Okay, just for a little bit of texture. So I'm going to run that. But let's bring out these foam sheets first. So I'm just going to take this right here. Yeah, that's about the right size. So I'm going to put it on our foam, and then I'm just going to cut it. I'm left-handed, but cut with right. For our letters, we have some die cut letters. All right, and then we're going to take one side off like this, and I'm going to adhere it very carefully to make sure it lines up like that. And then I'm going to throw this on here and put that on top like that. And I'm going to run this through the cut machine, the Boss. I'm just going to nickname the Boss. I think that's what we kind of talked about on a live. So we need a little short name for that, don't we? All right, I'll be right back. So it has cut through. I'll show you. Now, you could save this piece. Maybe you could trim it up a little easier so you didn't see this. And use it like this on a card, because it's all adhered down. So don't throw this away. You can definitely use it for another card. All right, so now we're going to take those away. And we're going to get out another sponge. Wrong one. With Early Espresso. And we're going to do a little edging around this. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to cover up some of this white right here from the adhesive. And I'm not going to take this off until I need to. So I'm just going to go like this, where I'm getting the edge, but getting that adhesive. And I'm going to pull that little leaf back and go like that. And pull that one back. Kind of like that. Just give it a little bit of color, okay? And it kind of helps hide that adhesive a little bit. Do this one. Okay. That's it. I'm going to put that up. And I've got ink all over my hand. And here's how this die cuts out. You got the soft side on this side, and then you've got a raised side on this side if you want to use that, but this is the side that we're going to use. All right, so let's make sure my hands are free of ink before I start touching all my papers. Now we're going to stamp on this, and we're going to stamp with this Hope Changes Everything. We're going to keep using our Early Espresso. And I'm just going to stamp at the very bottom. Holding that, make sure it's kind of equal. Like that. And start adhering. Get our stamping still. Alright, let me do this one first. Look at that pretty paper on that side. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to adhere this to this DSP to the Cajun Craze. It's the same length, 5 3/8. Again, I'll have the measurements down below. I know I said them earlier, but just in case. Okay, we're going to get this out. We're going to lay this one down first. So let's add some cardstock. Some cardstock. Yeah, let's add some cardstock, Denise. You guys can tell I've been doing lives lately. More lives. Okay, there we go. Now this is going to go about, I don't know, that might be 1/4 inch down around here and here. Okay. We're going to lay that down. Then we're going to take our, what is this, 1 by 2, I think, of brushed metallic. Okay. It gets hung up sometimes. If I don't do it right, it doesn't like me. All right, and we're going to add this to about right here. And we're going to go down just a little bit. I guess about another 1/4 inch. All right, like that. Then we're going to take this one. This one's going to go in the middle. It's going to go above this and a little bit below this, okay? And so I'm going to take it like this. Now it's going to have about 1/8 inch or 1/16 inch, I guess, on each side. Since I cut this down to 5 3/8, and this is 5 1/2, right? So that'd be what? Yeah, 1/16. And I'm going to come down a little bit like this. Whoops. So I'm not paying attention. Paying attention to this and not the sides. All right. There we go. Then we're going to take our nice little big old, is this a maple? You got all that right there. And we're just going to add it like this on top. and then you got a little card. So if you want to make this as a gift for somebody, you can, and then you can give them the card that goes with it. Isn't that cute? All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys liked the project today and the card, the bonus card. All the supplies that I used and measurements, again, will be listed down below. And make sure you check back tomorrow, because I will have another video up tomorrow. I'm going to record it right after this one. All right, guys. Have a lovely and blessed October. Talk to you later. Bye.